we're live there. And we're live and we got it. Thank you.
Working?
Right. Yes, for Maxon, nothing that never happened. So let's keep moving.
All right. That only is on our side. Let's let some people come in and then I'll go ahead and kick it. Share my screen. All right. Can you set it up so that we're the size that we were before?
Yep.
Images. Now we're live. What's up, Aldo?
Okay.
All right.
Cool, Ian. Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Nice.
All right,
Are you able to type on the chat, Bradley?
I am able to type on all the chats, yes.
I am not. I don't know if it's because you came in the room first. All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It says it's only supported for hosts.
Mm.
But it's cool because, you know, I'm not a big typer. That's your thing.
Nice. So we got quite a few people on Maxon. So what's the
Ready to go?
goal today? Yep.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to ZBrush Live with the Stylus League. If you have never seen Bradley or I before, my name is Mike Thompson. I am I'm an artist and a sculptor. Work for a gaming company. Bradley is the same, and we came here to chew gum and
sing and dance. Yeah, we're gonna sing and
chew
dance.
gum and kick ass, and we're all out of bubble gum. Is that how that goes?
I don't know. Like,
I don't know either. All right,
that's quite violent. That's quite violent.
That's violent. Yeah, sorry. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that back. It's all about love, peace and love, peace and love. So if you were with us last month, you saw me working on Hellboy. You can see the concept art on my screen here. And so I'm gonna move this off of the screen and shrink it down up here. Okay, so this is where I left off last time. You can see that he was blocked in and the jacket was kind of blocked in. I have done some work on this since you guys were here. So if I click on this one, I like that KMD, huh? Thank you. All right, so this is the more updated one. Let's show you the whole deal so far. Let's throw on some color and make sure the light is where it's supposed to be. All right, so what I've done is kind of figured out the base for this guy. I want to have like these tentacle things coming up. I started kind of blocking in his boots and little cloven hoovy hooves right here. Started working on some belts. Really dug into the anatomy more. And since you guys checked this out last, the glove was very just rudimentary, just forms. So I'm now going in and detailing that. And the coat, you can see I'm getting it in on the coat here. So it's starting to look a little better. And I've kind of messed with his position some. So sorry, Angry, we're back. We're back. Yeah. So you can see he's starting to get there, right? Like he's starting to get some attitude. And let's turn off the color.
Got a question in, Mike. Did you start first with an A pose or a T pose?
I started this one with an A pose, and I actually made the base mesh with Z spheres. So if you go back and look at the last month's Stylus League, you can see how it started off and how we got here. But let's go here and turn this off. So yeah, you can see I've been kind of just really. So now this is why. Sorry, hold on one sec. This is why I love. ZBrush for iPad, because pro tip, You can sit on the couch and sculpt while your wife watches 90 Day Fiance and be a hero. You're present, right? You're in the room.
Yeah.
But you ain't watching no bullshit. You ain't watching no bullshit. You still are supporting, but you're also not watching the show. Hopefully.
There's no. So I'm assuming there's no pop quiz. All right.
I'm lying. I watch it. I love that show. She got me. So yeah, you can see I've been kind of getting the anatomy straightened out here and having a ball with this, right? Like really having a lot of fun with this. And I mean, a lot of it is going to be covered up, but you know, it's whatever. Let's turn off solo. Man, my voice. Sorry, guys.
You're growing up today.
That's right. Peter Brady up in this piece. Okay, so I have options. We got options. And by I mean we. I was telling Bradley before I got started, before we streamed, that I started to sculpt the hair, right? So if I solo this out, you can see I started blocking in the hair. This side is what it looked like about an hour ago. And now it's starting to get there. So I can continue working on the hair, right? That's one option. I can work on the horns because they are still just cylinders. Okay, there's that. I started detailing the gauntlet piece here, and so I can do some stone work on there and show you guys that. Right, boots are nothing. Boots look like little footies right now. He's got the socks because they're not boots yet. And I think what I am actually going to start off on is do some of this tentacle work because right now if I select this and hit A, you can see that the tentacles are just they're just Z-spheres, right? So
I guess we're crowdsourcing what you want to do. You want to like the question is
what do you guys want to see
I want to make this. So let me know in the chat.
This is interactive, right? I don't want to just do what I want to do. I want to do what you guys want to see.
So I'm looking in the restream and I'm looking on our Stylus League YouTube. So write in the chat what you want to see Mike work on. Until then,
yeah,
we'll just sit here and just twiddle our fingers.
Yeah, that's right. We're waiting on you. It's up to you now.
Yeah.
Now I know. All right. All right. So what I'll do in the meantime is I will do a screen grab. So if anybody comes in the room late, they can see what I got cooking here. All right, so let's do this. Maybe get a nice little angle.
So if you're just dropping in, I see that our numbers are going up on the YouTube and Maxon. Mike is crowdsourcing. What do you guys want to see him work on? Rock work, hair work, boot work, or tentacle work. That's what we got. That's what we got.
That's right.
Or you just want to see him delete it all and start from scratch.
Start fresh from scratch.
We got one from Boot.
Okay.
We have a comment from Alberto. He bought Mike's anti-venom tutorial and learned a lot from it.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you.
We got one for hair or boot.
Okay.
So the fact that we have no one saying anything for tentacles, so we're going towards hair and boot.
Okay. We also have coat as an option because the coat is real loose right now. This is the highest res I have.
We got someone that's off topic.
He-Man, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Off topic.
Kick that guy.
Yeah, definitely. We got another vote for hair. Okay. Hair going. Right. We got hair going once.
Okay. So
going twice. I'm going to sleep while you do this hair.
All right, hair. Bradley really did not want me to do the hair. He did not want it at all. All right. Let's get it.
So anyone get a chance to see the PlayStation State of Play or the Xbox State of Play? Any cool things you saw there? Code is tempting though.
Okay.
Ronnie
So-
says.
What you got?
Ronnie says sorry.
Bradley was like, "There's no way I want to see you do this hair."
So if you find that I'm not popping up your question on stream, it's because if you're on our Stylus League, it's a Stylus League YouTube perk. So if you're on our Stylus League YouTube channel, I can pop your question up. Anything else I have to read out to Mike. So there's a perk, Stylus League perk.
Yeah. All right. So what I did, let me tell you the way not to do hair, because you will pull out your own hair trying to do it. When I did the bishop, and I know it's like, Mike, shut up about the bishop already. Hold on.
Bishop.
I just
Bishop.
I just want to tell you, I did the bishop hair 3 times before I got an approval, and it was a lot.
You know what I love about this experience, Mike? You could easily just type Bishop on side.
No way.
You type your name. You'll
Damn straight, son.
No.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I think I can get us to the bottom of this whole Pam situation. All right, so for the bishop, you can see there's a lot of. Can I make this any larger? No. There's a lot of little wavy waves here. What I initially did with this is I did insert tubes, and I did a bunch of them, put them together, and then I started sculpting each little clump. But then when that was done, I dynameshed it together, and then it was just a lot, man, and it really wasn't fun. So I tell you all, let's tell you this. With this guy, I'm just going to use hair to the play buildup and Dam Standard and the Geo Brush. But the thing that I found is that I would always run out of resolution. So I'm using Dynamesh, right? I got Dynamesh on, right? I got it turned up fairly high. The hair right now is like 1.62 million. And what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing my clay tubes brush, turning down my intensity, and kind of getting it to the volumes that I want. And the clay tube brush does this thing where it's like happy accidents, where it kind of gives you a pattern that you might not think about yourself. So I like the fact that it's kind of sketchy, because that can inform what I'm going to do a little later. So this is how I started off, right? And then fast forward a little bit later, and it starts to look like this right here. So and I have some reference that I have for
It's like
Man
like
Bun.
watching Bob Ross
Happy
paint
Little
trees.
Accidents. Yeah. Don't sleep on Bob Ross. All right.
Let's see. We got a question here. I want to make sure, because Ronnie, I don't see your full question. So if you rewrite it, I can pass it through. but we got a question. What are some tips and tricks when it comes to using transpose master that won't destroy the original shape? Hold on, let me
Oh,
get my
make sure
notebook.
yeah, so make sure you have a very low resolution mesh. That's the biggest tip, because if you have if you don't have a good low res mesh, and then you go in, you're going to find you have a lot of wobbly shapes, and that is definitely not what you want. Why did I lose my, hold on a second, I lost my, that's why. Put this over here. Can't see Bradley. Yeah, so low res mesh as low as possible, and also poly groups for your everything you want to kind of move around. So arm, elbow, obviously all the areas that are going to bend, you want to have their own groups. If that makes sense. It's simple, but sometimes the simple things are the best.
We got a comment in from Alberto. I need to learn how to sculpt believable eyes. Still my nemesis.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tutorials. I'm with you. I feel the same. You know what it is? It's these folks that do these really like photorealistic eyes. And I mean, if that's what you want, there are definitely videos you can watch to get that. I kind of like painting them like poly painting and painting in Substance Painter, so they're more stylized myself.
Okay, cool.
I know Bradley's
Ronnie came back with his question. He asked, how do you like using the tour box with ZBrush? And have you abandoned using the keyboard since using a tour box?
I actually enjoy using the tour box. It's a bit of both. Like, even though I have my tour box right here, I'm still on the keyboard because I forget that I have the tour box sometimes. But the thing that's great about using the tour box is that I have the same keys mapped to it for my desktop as I do for the iPad. So when I go to the iPad, it's kind of like muscle memory. I don't have to really think about it. But it's great though, man. I put the tour box up on a pillow and put the iPad on my lap, and you just sculpt.
Yeah, I've abandoned my keyboard altogether.
You said what now? You abandoned it?
I've abandoned my keyboard altogether. I use Toolbox for everything.
Yeah. It's dope. I will tell you, just because I'm on some old man business, I wish that the Elite, the regular Elite, does what the Elite Plus did, but it is what it is. Tentacles! All right. Bradley put that up there because he will not be denied.
Ronnie, let me know if that got through. He said, cool, thanks. Awesome.
So the great thing too about doing using Dynamesh is I can kind of pull out some little kind of pieces here, and then if I hold on a second, where am I on? Yeah, see, I used the tour box and forgot exactly what I was doing. If I re-Dynamesh it, then I don't have to worry about the resolution being stretched. There it is. All right. So once I kind of get the basic, layout of what I want here, now what I can do is I can start to think about clumps, and rather than bringing in a tube or anything, I can try to just build them up and then use the dam standard to define them a bit more. Not dam standard, I'm sorry, I'm using the GeoBrush. All right, so just kind of cutting that in. And make sure you use the Alt to switch from subtractive to additive, and then you're raising up the edges as well.
Coming in, big props again for SLU taking what I learned and started another character. Awesome.
Nice.
Nice. Thanks for supporting us. Our next class will be up soon. What's up, Attentive? Man, I expected like a lot of hair questions because everyone voted for this. This is what they wanted in life. They wanted this hair. It's hair. I love it.
Bradley is mad because he does hair all day, every day for EA. So I don't. So there you go. There's no helmet on this hair, Bradley. It's different. Completely different.
Just no helmet on hair when I'm doing it.
I guess that's true. All right, so look, I'm gonna block this in. You guys get the idea. I would just continue this and get it to look a little nicer. For these back pieces though, I will show you, do a little smoothing. One thing that clay buildup does sometimes is leave these like hatch marks when you're pulling it one direction. So now I can take what I have here. Let me clear the screen.
Alberto says Mike got me into ZBrush really hard thanks to his Thundercat sculpture.
Oh, nice, the lino. Sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like ZBrush.
Stefan says I love sculpting hair. It's such a relaxing experience. Hair cards for games though. Yeah, I don't fuck with no haircuts. I'm sorry, I can't say that. I don't mess with no haircut. Trans, baby.
Anyway, you keep this up long enough and it'll start to look like hair. You get the picture. I will tell you, using the Dynamesh instead of actually trying to Z-remesh, I would like set up groups and try to Z-remesh so I could keep the flow and stuff, and it just is really difficult. This way is not.
Yeah.
And then when I get something I like, I'll just kind of make a couple of shells and then just UV the front and the back and call it a day. All right, so there's that. Let's go to the, it's looking a little lumpy here. Let's fix this. I will tell you what
Alberto says, I hate the ZBrush user interface, but once you get past that and know your way into the workflow, it's magic. Man, you gonna come to the ZBrush stream and say you hate the interface?
Yeah, he came in.
Geez, that's
guns blazing.
Hardcore. Nothing's perfect.
Bradley, that thing I was telling you about earlier stopped happening. But I know as soon as I say it, it's going to start happening again.
Yeah, you should probably, because I'm thinking hard about what you're talking about, so I don't even want to try to remember, because if it's not happening, we ain't got to deal with it.
Yeah. No, there was a thing earlier where if I, on like autosaves, on quick saves, and when I saved, the whole interface would shrink down to like 75% and move up in the upper left.
Yeah, that thing,
yeah. But it stopped doing that, so that's pretty nice.
It stopped because it felt like it, not because something changed it.
It stopped because it likes me. That's why.
Ronnie's asking, do you guys believe we will ever see ZBrush on Android? I say money talks. Anything's possible.
On Android? I don't know.
Yeah, if more people, if there's a big user base, why not? Anything's possible.
I mean, yeah.
I tell you one thing. On iPad, it's magic.
iPad is sweet.
I'm curious what if someone like because we have a we have an M4 iPad and then the M1 iPad Pro. I wonder how it runs on the Bionic chips. If anybody here is using a Bionic chip on iPad, I'm curious.
Is that a newer chip? Is that the old?
The A Bionic chip is all the chips that are on, like it's on an iPhone. There's an iPad variant that's using. I think the Mini's using it. So anything that's not a Pro, and I think the Air is using M2.
Okay.
Hot take. This is from Alberto. Hot take. But the iPad interface is great since it allows you to see much more of what you're sculpting, and the screen isn't that distracting. It is clutch. I do like how clean it is. To take some getting used to, since you're used to like having so much information like in your face, right, Mike?
Yeah, 100%. Okay. All right. So, spoiler: the tail that I have on him, I did the same thing that I'm kind of doing here. But essentially this is just a Z-sphere that I have positioned. And the thing about this, I kind of engineered this so that these tentacles will attach to parts of him and keep him up for the print. So it'll look like he's kind of suspended in air. Right, like this one kind of touches the tail, this one is on the gauntlet, and this one is on his side here. So that's what that is. I always like when things look like they're defying gravity. All right, so now I'm going to save before I do this. Oh, I said it. I shouldn't have said it out loud, Bradley.
Hey, dog. You don't want to. Why you do this to us? Why you do this to us?
This is the thing I was talking about, you guys. It'll come back. It doesn't hurt the file. It's just weird. It's a weird thing. And also distracting, very distracting. All right, so.
You don't like when your screen gets small and then get big?
Correct. All right, so I have adaptive skin turned on. I have my density turned down really low. I don't want to have this thing be looking like that, which is lumpy. I'd rather it just be kind of low. So low, I'm gonna say make adaptive skin. All right, so let's see, is this the new one? Yeah, this is the new one right here. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is duplicate this. I'm going to Z remesh so it's not so dense because it's a million polygons right now, which is crazy. Turn on smooth and let's see, remesh this. Okay. So the way I've been doing this to get rid of these kinks is, let's see if I can make it a little bit lower. Let's try half. And Z remesh. See what happens. Okay.
Hey, mini chicks. It's been a while. Welcome to the
Hey, hello. So if I were to keep doing it this way, I'm going to start losing volume, and I don't want to do that. So this is where I break out Z Modeler and just start to delete some of these loops to get it to look a little more rounded.
Tentative says he's been away a while, Mike. And how long ago did you start this sculpt?
Oh, thanks. Started it. Oh, you know what? Let me leave that other one on for people who just come in the room. Started this last month, so we actually recorded it. This was what it looked like at the end of the last ZBrush Live, and this is where we are now. Yeah, so put this guy here. I'm gonna move.
And if you want to go back and see, you can go to Maxon stream, or it's in our library on the Stylus League if you want to check it out.
Correct. Let me fill this with the color here.
We're on both sides.
Both sides. So if you every time I do a Dynamesh, it will take away the material and the color. So that's why that happened. But for the hair, I like to use the blend because look at how you can see all the detail, right? Like if I had it on basic, just regular basic, right? Like it's hard to see that stuff. So I like to bake in the blend material. Let's do that. Do mRGB color fill, and then switch it back. All right, cool.
Mike, we should put that as a request. When you press on the space bar, wouldn't it be nice if you had fill on this, like the fill on the space bar menu?
Yeah, you know what? It's silly that I don't have it on my UI. I should have it on the UI for real. I don't know why I never thought to add it to the UI. So let's go back to the tentacle. Oops. All right. And I'm only really concerned about the areas that look like, very kinked out here. Get rid of these.
Oh, Mike, did you see that Captain America is going to win an Oscar?
What? Yeah?
Start to see those reviews, baby. Start to see those reviews.
They already know. It's not even out yet. They know already.
Starting to see the reviews, baby.
Hey,
I'm still going, but I don't think I would be happy about it.
Hey, man, haters gonna hate. It is what it is. I think I'm happy for Anthony Mackie.
I'm about to say something real confrontational, though. I'm about to say it. I'm gonna say it.
Why? Just don't bother.
I think Thunderbolts is gonna be a better movie.
I'm not gonna go see the Thunderbolts.
I'm seeing Thunderbolts.
I'm gonna wait for it to come to Disney Plus because
so
that's how excited I am.
In order for me to hate properly, I have to see everything.
You're excited about that movie? Shut up.
I am excited about Thunderbolts. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a better movie.
I don't know why. I don't know why you're excited about that movie. All right, so this is not exciting to watch.
Hey.
All right, so look, anyway, you get the picture. What I'm gonna do here, since I got most of the big kind of angles out, is I'm going to give this one more Z remesh to even out this topology, and then I'm gonna just smooth it. All right, Z remesh half. I'm gonna turn down smooth and say go. Okay, and project history. I think that, let's see, now divide. Now just smoothing it is gonna even it out. And then the cool thing is you can smooth and use inflate to get the volume back. And you can get it kind of looking better. Oh, nice. Unexpected crease. I didn't want that. Tree. Free sun creasaw.
Hey, Mike, remember that time you said you would play Warhammer with me?
Yeah.
How'd that turn out?
For you? So good. I'm gonna play.
I don't
I
believe
didn't buy.
lies.
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it to not play.
That's where we are right now.
Hey, listen. Real talk. I thought I'd be playing it on a 5090 right now. So that's how optimistic I was.
Hey, we bought that game before 5090 was even like a thing. All right.
Hey, don't tell them that.
I'm sorry.
Don't tell them. They don't need to know that.
Got a question in. Any book recommendations for gesture and poses?
Yes. Bradley, you want to show yours? Do you have a physical copy or do you only have the PDF?
Good talk. Dude, I have to.
I have mine right here. I just had the disc in front of it. Here, hold up. I'll show you. So let's.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. All right. So if you have the chance, this book is amazing. Masters of Anatomy. There's a ton of different artists in here, and it's just page after page of dynamic posing. Like so many pages, and it's broken up into like what do I have here? I have this one is like fighting, men, women, and some other stuff. But yeah, really cool, like flying poses, you know, all kinds of stuff. Very, very awesome book. I love this book. And it's actually this is a anatomy, action, fighting poses. This is actually a grouping of several of the single books, and I love it. So that's one I would suggest.
Nice.
Oh, there it goes again.
What is it called? What did you say it was called? Masters of Anatomy,
Masters
right?
of Anatomy. Yes, correct. Yeah. All right. So let's copy this.
Cool.
And come back over to this.
I love it when people give me something to do. More questions.
Where is paste? Subtool. Here it is. Copy tool. Here you go. Paste tool. Paste. What's happening here?
Another question. Do you have any of the same kind of tips for animals?
With like
Books, yes.
posing or anatomy? There's a really good anatomy book I have for animals. Posing, I don't know. I'm sure they have them, but I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, where you would get that. Okay, so this guy started off looking like this, and now we got him looking like this. So now I can delete this guy. Okay. All right. It's a bit more tentacly.
Got a comment in. Loving your Hellboy. Anatomy is nice.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I was thinking too.
Mike to delete it.
Say again.
Nothing else. Ad-libbing. Don't worry about it.
That's what that was. Let's make this into a adaptive skin too. I'm only going to do a couple of these, and then maybe I'll start to detail his boots. How are we doing on time, Bradley?
We're good. We have a whole nother hour.
Okay. All right. So this one, make adaptive skin. Cool. Come over here. All right. Rinse and repeat. Same deal.
Orlando said, Mike, the Hellboy model is for 3D?
Correct.
3D print?
I'm gonna 3D print it. Yeah. I'm also gonna do a really nice substance painter and cycles render. But yeah. Duplicate this. And Z-remesh. This is heavy. Why is it so heavy? Turn off half and just set 5. There you go. Let's turn that down to like that. Half. Project history. Yeah, so this is why I don't like to start off by just smoothing. Because what'll happen now is if I smooth, you lose a lot of volume. So what's easier than doing that is just continuing to get the mesh lower and then selectively going in and just getting rid of some of these loops where it looks like it's, you know, a little too angular. Bradley, you
Is
end
it
up
still
watching
snowing by you?
Say again?
Is it still snowing by you?
No, I think we're done.
Nice.
We're done. Yeah. Did you end up watching that live action anime you were talking about?
No, I did
You're not
not.
going to? Because it has the
No, I didn't. Oh
dub.
yeah, it's not dubbed.
That's a shame.
Alberto says, gotta go 2 a.m. over here in Spain. Love how the sculpture is developing. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, rally, man. I think you should just stick it out. You might as well. I mean, it's late. You might as well just stay up.
Yeah, it's
Just
2 a.m.
don't go to bed.
You might as well just go to work now.
Nah, you might as well just stay on up. Thanks for coming, man. All right, so now dynamic subdivision. There you go. Not too bad. Apply. Let's copy this one. And paste. Let's delete this one. There you go. All right, so you guys get the idea for the, whoa, is this missing a part? Oh no, I guess it's not. You get the idea for this. I would just keep going, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do some boots, I think. Some reference for the boots. It's really like leather socks he's wearing. They don't really do much. It kind of looks like this thing.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what it is either. So this is the artist. This is Mike Mignola right here. It's just kind of like a leather sleeve thing, boot thing. He wrote boot thing. That's what it's called. With the the hooves part sticking out. So
wow.
Yeah, there you go. So
If you get direct notes from the artist,
exactly.
there's no second guessing that.
It is what it is. So I'm going to use the modeler again and get my straps for this.
Orlando has a question. So in this case, since he's almost flying, what's going to support him up? Just the tentacles, or how you plan the print?
Yes, just the tentacles. So what's going to happen is he will be hollow. So there shouldn't be a giant amount of weight that he has to support. And then I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and have him suspended in the tentacles. All right, so this is going to be these are going to be my straps. While it's super low like this, it's easier just to try to get them to be even.
You're getting lower and lower, Mike. You mind talking to the mic?
How about that?
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. When I think I start talking loud. Bradley's never seen that.
Yeah, no, I was trying to process what you just said.
Always loud with Bradley.
Oh, I'm trying to say like when that happened.
All right. Pretty close. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and extrude these to give me my belt thingies on here. Use the modeler and just extrude. Actually, let me think about this. I want this to be separate geo. So I will extrude polygroup, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold, let's see if I can get this to work. If you extrude and then you hold, oops. If you extrude and you hold, is it, okay, control, then you see what's happening here? I don't know if you can see this. This is a separate piece of geo now. So if I were to hide this, I did not destroy the underlying piece. I didn't rip that off of there. So what I can do now is I can, oh, it's saving. All right, I'm gonna have some water.
Maricat says, "Hey guys."
Hey, Maricat. How's Ace? We got a new puppy. Okay, I'm going to, now if I flip this, then there's my geo, which I can now say split hidden, right? And I'll do the same thing for this piece down here. So extrude, hold down control. If you look at it, you see it's not attached anymore. And then I'll just split hidden. Now come back over to the boot. I'm going to go ahead and put these together. So I'll just merge down. There you go. Got those two pieces. I will now turn off solo so I can see. What is that? Is that the base?
Maricat says perfect.
Nice. He's a good boy. All right. Okay. So there are the straps. They look.
Mike, I think you might want to move your peer ref out of the way so they can see the art.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. That's the art. All right. So now we got the separate straps. They're just single-sided faces right now. I'm going to solo this out. I will do what I always do, which is flip them flip the geo. So now it's inside out, right? And now what I can do is extrude all polygons, give them thickness. Wait a second. See, like this. There you go. So now we've got our straps. They're penetrating the mesh. It's all good. Baby, baby. You don't know, now you know. All right. So let's do the same thing for the other side. And I just want to try to get them to be a similar width. Let me know if I get quiet again. I'm turning my head away from the mic. That's why it's happening.
Nope, you're coming in clear.
Okay. The group, poly loop. Oops. These don't have to be perfect, but the better they look here, the less work we have to do later. No more questions, Brad?
Nope, no questions.
Right. All right, so now I'm going to split these again. I will go back to Z Modeler, go to Extrude, Poly Group All, pull it out, and press Control. So I'm splitting it off. And I'm also kind of looking at how far off the surface I am, because I want these to have thickness, but I don't want them to be like super thick. All right. I mean, it's not really critical, but again, less I have to worry about later. All right, split hidden. And now we have our straps here. Even them out a little bit, and then I'm going to give them thickness. Okay. All right, so I don't want to extrude outward, I want to extrude inward. So the way I do that is to flip the faces inside out. Then if I, and you know I did that because if I unhide everything, you can't see them anymore. They're one-sided geometry that's flipped inside out. But the good thing about that is now I can just go extrude, polygon, polygroup all, and just pull it in like that. And now it's going to penetrate the boot, and I've got my other set of straps there. So what I can do is I can make sure they're looking the way they should, and then I'm going to merge these to the other, merge down to the other set of straps so they're all together.
Nice. I refuse to say Blur's question. Blur, hello, how are you? You good?
What did he say? Down.
He's just wondering how did you become so handsome?
And ask him if that video's ready. How's that interview going, Blur? All right. So there's that. So now, if I were to put dynamic smoothing on for these, they're going to get really. They're not going to look the way I want, and I'll show you. And that is because I have not added any creasing or holding lines on these guys. So let's do this. They also clip into the model more than I want. So I'm going to solo these out. I'm going to add some creasing, again with the modeler. Crease, edge, loop, complete. And because they are penetrating the model so far, I shouldn't have to worry about the insides, but I might have to. I don't know. We'll see. Just crease, 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 and did I get the other one? Crease. All right, and now if I hit dynamic, it looks like this. It's a little better. Still soft. So what I can do, the crease level is only 1, and my smooth subdivisions is set to 2. I normally set that to like 3 or 4. I'm gonna put that crease level up to 3. I just don't want it to look like a razor edge, which is what it kind of looks like at 3. So I'll put it at 2. You get a nice little natural bevel there. And I'll turn off dynamic subdiv, and rather than creasing the inside, what I'm going to do is add a edge loop, and this is just a holding line that will keep the inside from rounding out like that.
Chuck Taylor says, "Yo, Mike T."
What's up, Chuck? You know who Chuck is? Bradley.
It's okay, Chuck. I'm not here. No, he only sees you, so I don't know who's Chuck.
He rapped your name. He rapped your name in the song.
No. He only sees you. Chuck only sees, yo, Mike T. You know, okay. I understand. No one shouts out the coffee boy. I get it.
You're not the coffee boy. Chuck, please say hi to this man. Please also say hi to Bradley. He's right here. All right. What's up, Chuck? All right. So I still have
see this lovely hi Bradley, so excited to see you guys back today.
There you go. You got what you wanted.
Thank you, Chelsea. Look at big brains on Brad.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You don't even know what that's
Brad's
from,
here?
do you, Bradley? Huh?
Is Brad here? Where's Brad? No.
That's what they say in the movie.
What movie's that?
Oh man.
Is this the one that you and Chuck watch with the Warriors? Is it like one of those old ones?
This is not the Warriors. Dang, I just forgot it just that fast. Chuck, what's that from? Check out the big brain on Brad.
Pulp Fiction.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you. I should have known that.
Walt says, "Sup, Bradley and Mike. Glad to see you guys on the Maxon stage." Nice.
Hey, Walt.
He said Pulp Fiction, dude.
I know. I should have known that.
No, that's for me. I should have known better. I just have problems with Royale with cheese. Do you know what movie I went to sleep watching last night?
Last night. Is it something I suggested?
No.
Okay. then I don't
Meet
care.
Meet Joe Black.
Why did you watch that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Is that the one where Brad Pitt is with the volcano? Is that that
No,
one?
that's when he's dead.
Which one?
Meet Joe Black. When he's deaf, like he's like the Grim Reaper, and he like has to reach someone, and it's an old movie, 1998, I think.
I don't know that one. I know the name. I thought that was the one with Brad Pitt.
Yes, Brad
Maybe that was
Pitt
Joe and the volcano. I don't know.
I watched that movie a few weeks ago. I know. It's the guy. What's the guy who played Hannibal Lecter? He's in it, and he's dying, or he's going to die, and the Grim Reaper takes over a body for him to, like, I don't know, man. This is like 98. What were you doing in 98? Were you on a Coke commercial?
That was in 2002.
Okay, so you should have seen it.
98, I was excited for The Matrix. I think The Matrix came out in 99.
Was The Matrix in? Yeah, 99 was The Matrix. Okay, we have some feedback. Okay. This is from XBO. The legs look too thin, as well as the fingers on his left arm, but cool model. Mike, are you there? Oh, we lost Mike. Looks like he crashed. Let's see where Mike is. Oh, Mike. Mike crashed out. He's jumping back in. In the meantime, you guys will be stuck with me. And now I will load a model up since Mike is gone. We can keep it moving. I will share my ZBrush. Change to OBS. Okay. ZBrush crashed. So while Mike is booting up, there's a project I started on iPad I've been going back and forth with. Mike is calling me. 1 second. So Mike is coming back on. Until then, you're stuck with me. Let's do this. Quick save. Let's go here. Just make sure everything is PG. Everything is PG. Awesome. So I've been working on this bust on iPad of this armored chick. Control N. And I will do my best to manage through chat and do all this at one time. It's going to be a little challenging, but I'll do my best. How's it been? So question is, how's it been using iPad for sculpting? Do you recommend it? I definitely love using ZBrush on iPad. It allows me to be able to keep doing work at late at night and still be able to keep it moving. So let's do this. I don't need this part. Have so many. The thing about doing a lot of hard surface pieces is that I build up a few meshes and it gets a little messy. How's it been using it in PC for a long time? But curious on how it performs. Yeah, on iPad it performs pretty smooth. Like I've had this tool in there. I've had a couple of other ones in there with no problems. Let's screenshot this here. It's S. So one benefit of having two people on stream is someone drops off, then the other person can just jump on in unexpectedly, with no heads up, no warning. It just happens. Brush, reset. Let's see. Oh, Mike is down. Hey, Bradley, I told you I would drop again. Yes, I know who you are, Chelsea. I know who you are. Bring it up. What's up, 3D?
Okay.
Nice. Now I don't have to work anymore.
What happened to the music? Is it still playing?
It's been playing.
Okay. Yeah. So something is going on where all of my circuits are tripping, and and so I just lost the entire top floor and had to go downstairs in the dark. Anyway, I'm back.
No.
Restarting, everybody. I hope you guys stayed. Pure ref.
What, you think they'll leave because I was here?
I mean, look, man. I didn't say that.
Saying, dog. You said you hope that no one left because you ain't here. That's what you said. I only know English, so I can only say your words.
I didn't say that. All right, restore.
As soon as you back up, I will drop out.
Man, oh man.
Oh,
you know what I realized?
Oh.
I don't know that I saved.
Tag team, Bradley. Your quick save should have.
I hope so. I don't know that I saved once. Not even once. Save your work, everybody.
Let's see. Got a comment here. I just downloaded ZBrush on my Mac Pro 2021, but it's having problems when opening. I don't know what that could be.
it saved.
It didn't save.
I think it saved. I think it saved.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my lights are all off in here. Great. It's like, oh, nice. I probably blew that light out. Okay. It's only money, Bradley.
Hey, some people can't turn their lights back on. So I'm happy. I'm happy you got your lights back.
All right.
Good thing it's not because of the snow or weather.
No, it's something far more nefarious.
Oh, you're back up. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, I saw orbs outside of my window, and then all the power went out. I feel like I'm about to be abducted. Oh, you know what? Let me save. What if I didn't learn my lesson from this? Wouldn't that be funny?
All right. Baby is going back in the corner.
Bradley, you're not even listening to me.
I'm sorry. I was saving my file before I got off, Jeez. I'm sorry. It's about you right now. I apologize.
I mean, always. Like, come on,
I
man.
apologize.
It's like the first rule. It's like really the only rule. All right. So now we got the basic shape of these booties. They look a little less like socks, but they still look like socks. So what I'm gonna do, what I did on this one that you can't see, is I actually took the bottom part and made it its own. I made it its own polygroup, and then I brought it down to be more like a shoe. This one I didn't do that, so I'll just show you how I did that. Let's solo this out. And this is good for like superhero shoes and stuff. But what we can do is just do a screen grab of this. All right, and you can hide it because this is the one I'm going to work on. And all I did for this was go to my Z modeler and select these faces. I'm just holding down Alt and kind of clicking on these things. And now I made a temporary polygroup that I can make an actual polygroup like that. And if I smooth it a little bit, it flattens it out some. And then I'm going to mask it and bring the other one back. That. Don't want to mask it. Let me see. Yeah, okay. I don't want to mask it. I'm going to unmask it. But what I do want to do here is I want to now just kind of make it feel a little more like the bottom of a shoe. So this is how I make all my shoes. So like this Timberland up here in the corner started off this way. You see the gizmo here? That's how I always make my upper, and then I build the sole off of that. Just gonna flatten this out some. Actually, the inside part with the arch can be raised. And let me smooth this out some. That is, but I don't like it.
Again, just a little lower, Mike.
You can't hear me?
No, I heard you say something that was a little low.
Oh no, it wasn't important. All right, so there's that. And I believe I put a crease around this whole thing. So Z modeler, go to the crease, Crease, edge loop complete. Just click. So now I have a crease around there. I want to make sure that it is set low. So it's set to 1. And if I hit dynamic now, that gives me a nice natural, this is low too. It gives me a nice kind of a natural bevel there, like that. So actually, let's make that a little higher, maybe 2. There you go, that's better. Show everything. What is going? Did I make that all one thing? I guess I made it all one thing. That's okay. It's all right. Yeah. So now, if we come back over to the reference and look, I think there's some volume on these.
Oh, you must be showing your ZBrush. If you're showing something on screen, we can't see it.
Okay. Hold on one sec. In my screen share. Share screen. Entire screen. Share.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, so that's what these things look like. They kind of just like leather boots without a toe. What I'm going to do now is grab my Happy Trails brush and start to, oh, there's no, now if I try to sculpt here, there's no resolution, right? Like it's that low. So I need to subdivide this sometimes. Let's give it some resolution. Right. Start off with the clay buildup actually, and just kind of give myself. Oops. Wrinkles. Move this. Let's make this smaller. I can't wait to get into all the little hanging parts, like he's got a lucky horseshoe and his gun belt, like his holster and all that stuff there.
Nice.
Looking forward to that.
Question from 3D. Hey, Mike and Bradley, how do you guys sculpt the muscles in a way that feels like skin with muscles underneath? Any tips on that?
Yes. So the way I initially did this was just to kind of block them in and go back later and turn my intensity on my clay tubes down really low. So if I grab this here, solo it, turn off the color. So once I start to get what I like, I'll pull up a lot of reference, right? Like, so this arm, I was working on this last night. And because I have a resolution that goes down this low, what I'll do is I'll grab my clay buildup and turn down the intensity to like a 1, right? And then I'll start to fix these areas that need work, right? Like this here is soft. And I'll have my reference out, right? Kind of sculpt this in. And when I'm happy with it, like let's say now I'm happy with this arm, which I kind of am, rather than smoothing it at the top subdivision level, which is now almost 3 million polys for this body, what I'll do is I'll step down to where I just start to see the surface wrinkles to here. I'll turn down my smooth also. I don't want it at 100%. I'll usually bring that down to like 14 or so. And then I'll start to just smooth this out a little bit here, right? So what I'm doing, I'm not losing the forms. I'm only getting rid of these strokes that were made with my clay buildup. And then if I step up a little bit, you'll see them, right? So I just smooth a little more. And the reason I start on the lowest subdivision level, it's just easier to, if you have a really high resolution mesh, it's easier to get these things out of here this way, right? And then step up. And you see how I still have those, the striations there, but because I'm sculpting them in a way that is almost looks like muscle, I'm not even that upset with that, right? So I would probably leave it like this. I don't have any wavy surfaces, any wavy marks on the surface. But what I could do at this point is I can switch to I like the clay spin brush. That's another one of my favorites. So let's see, I think it's this one right here. I have it on my interface. So let me grab that. Clay brush, is this it? Clay brush details. Is this the one I like? Yeah, I like this. So what I'll do is I'll take this, again, turn down the intensity, and then I'll just kind of cross hatch the things that are already there. And when I'm done, I have something that looks like a really good base for me to go in and add pour detail. So this is the way that I do it. Like this. I don't like to smooth it out completely. I like having some of that texture there. Like this part right here that's all smoothed out, I don't particularly like that. I like to have some texture there, and then I'll add the pores, since you'll be able to see a lot of his skin on top of there. So that's the way I do that. And it's just spending time, right? Like I spent a lot of time on the serratus. It still isn't completely there, but it's going to be covered by his jacket. So I'll go in and just work an area over and over and over again until I get it to look the way it should look. With the intensity turned down really low on the brush also, like let's say the abs were too defined, where they look almost like an écorché. If you want it to look like skin is pulled over the muscle, by having that intensity turned down to like a 1, now what I can do is I can just kind of fill in those gaps, and it will start to, look like a dude with his shirt off rather than, an anatomy model.
One trick that I was taught: if you set your clay tubes to an embed of 5, it'll also help give you the same control with the strokes, but you'll have a little bit more, like where Mike was going and reducing his subdivision down, you'll have a little bit more control at the higher density with embed 5 with low intensity, to give you a little more control that way too, and it won't
Nice.
destroy your farm.
Nice. Yeah, the last thing you want to do is spend a whole lot of time sculpting up these forms and then try to smooth out, the thing, and you destroy everything you've just done. So yeah, that is pretty much that.
Got another question in, and 3D Man said, "Thank you." Mike, that cape is going to be a character on its own already, looking awesome, pose wise.
Oh, thanks to jacket. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to take credit for it. I'm literally aping this right off of the concept art. So this guy on Instagram, I wish I knew his name. I did shout him out on Instagram, but this is the reference that I used. So it's not like I'm making any of this up. Like, he's got it in the artwork. That's why great concept art is amazing. Like, that's one of the best things about working for a gaming company, is we have people that do dope concept art, and then all you have to do is just sculpt it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to make it up. So I like that a lot. And you can see I have a lot of reference for guns and stuff in his belt, because I'm going to be getting to that at some point. This is more stylized, but this is a really cool piece. This looks like does work here. Okay, yes, please.
Got a question. Is there such thing as a 3D environment artist that doesn't need to know/sculpt for 90% of the job? I am processing that question.
That's above my pay grade.
Well, environment artists do they do 3D. They may not be sculpting characters, but they may be building assets in either ZBrush or Maya or 3ds Max. So I don't think you need to be like a character sculptor to do environments, but you still have to have a proficiency in building 3D assets. Yeah, for like props and buildings. Yeah, like I worked at Bungie. Like, if you're building guns, they're building it in ZBrush or Blender or 3ds Max. Yeah, like you still have to need Substance Painter for texturing and making UVs. The same skill sets, just different. Hope that answers your question. Substance, ZBrush. A lot of environment artists still use 3ds Max, and hard surface artists still uses 3ds Max. I don't know why, but Maya. I have seen some use Blender.
You can see this is starting to look a little more like leather here or cloth, and that's all I really want. Just don't want it to look like socks. Subdivision.
You says my 7-year-old nephew just asked, is that Mike or B making that? It's all Mike. Oh, I forgot 3D. You're an environment artist. 3D Medicines. They use Max for non-destructive workflows. They can flip modifiers on top of modifiers and easily edit at any stage. Cool. So you can use Blender.
Are you allowed to say that word?
Hopefully that helps you, Magic Goat 22. If you're not part of our Stylus League Discord, there's quite a few artists there that do environment and prop work. If you want to get to know someone and ask questions to, if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see a link to our Stylus League Discord. And it said, yep, thank you. I'll join the Discord. Awesome. 3D, get ready for some questions. Nice.
Thank goodness for quick save.
When it works, it works.
I have a problem with it not working. Sometimes it works too well.
Brad says, why is it every time I tune in, someone immediately mentions Blender? That's funny. Brad says, hey folks, the sculpt is looking great, Mike.
Thanks, man. Brother. See how easy it is to detail, get all these details in here with Z Modeler and not have to actually sculpt anything. Like, I kind of love that. Ah, I see what I did. I didn't mean to do that. In here. What's this? Bradley, you going to see Cap, huh?
On day one. No, day 2, Saturday.
I was gonna say Valentine's Day. That's a bold move.
No, well, it's so for Valentine's Day, the whole family is going somewhere. So we're gonna go see the movie, and then we're gonna go out to dinner.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have Valentine's Day with the kids. It's better to do that than to be out together and then wonder, what are the kids doing?
I wonder if they're tearing up the house.
Anthony says, amazing work.
Thank you, Anthony.
Are you leaving the house for Valentine's Day?
Maybe. Might probably we'll go out to dinner.
Well, we can't ruin it. We can't ruin it.
Oh,
I don't know if she's watching.
She told me what she wants to do.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to surprise her with dinner? I don't know. I don't know if you're trying to be romantic.
My daughter got us for Christmas with a day pass or tickets to a day spa.
Okay.
So we need to do that. That'd be nice. That's very thoughtful, man. Thoughtful gift. So go, get some cucumbers put on my eyeballs, then get a mani-pedi. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Go get the cucumber slices on your eyes. Just treat yourself. You know what I mean?
Nope.
You do know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I know you don't. Don't let 'em fool you. All right. When I get some texture on here, it will look less, it'll look more like a boot. Let's put a seam on here. Let's put a seam. Now, what I like to do when I do a seam is first let's save, because you never know. First, I like to raise up the surface, and then I cut into the surface. And that gives you that natural kind of indentation where two pieces of leather or fabric would kind of have a pucker where they're sewn together. I used to be in the fashion industry for the beginning of my career. So I got to work with a whole lot of cut and sew people and stuff and learn some things. Let's come over here. I don't want an alpha. And I can't turn the alpha off. Let's use inflate. I use inflate sometimes. Let's see what that does. Yeah. Stop. I'll use standard. I'll just turn down the resolution. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is just kind of draw in the shape. Give it a little more resolution. Draw in the shape. I want to have a heel though. Let's do this. Wait a second. Step it up. First, let's get the heel. Help to see the whole foot. Ah, this tail. Let's get rid of this thing. It's in the way. There you go. So happy there. I must have more resolution up here. I just want to put a little bit of a puffed edge where that heel is meeting the other leather. So I could stand for another level of subdivision in here. So now that I did that, I see that I don't want to have wrinkles on the heel. It's usually a stiffer piece of leather, or it's doubled up, so you're not getting the same wrinkles that you're going to get where the ankle deforms. So I'll just step down the lower sub D level, smooth that out. I like to keep my lower subdivision.
5-minute warning.
Cool. We got some stuff done today, right?
Yep.
Even with the power going out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is add the seam here. So.
Question from Philip. Wicked Sculpt. What are your thoughts of ZBrush for iPad?
Oh, I love it. I was just talking about it earlier. I did a lot of this sculpt on the iPad, sitting on the couch, which was nice. So yeah, I'm a fan.
It's a great piece of machinery.
Yeah. So see, just adding that little bit of a bump to the surface and then cutting into it is sweet, man. It's butter. You can add one on the outside too. Or should I put it on the outside? That would probably be on the inside.
Elder Potato says the pose is red. Mike, nice job.
Thank you. Yeah, so if we only have 5 minutes, let me show the tentacles too, because I got some other stuff here. Hard to see these little pieces here, so let's make this a little darker.
You're getting really low, Mike. You gotta talk a little louder.
How about now?
Yep, that's good.
So eventually I'll put some buckles on here. You know what? What I'll probably end up doing on this piece, I'm just going to color it for now. What I'll probably end up doing on this is splitting it off and making it its own piece of geo. And then that way it can be cleaner, because this is a pain. Come on. This out. Let me show everything. Let's put on the base. So the base on this is going to, I'm going to print this out actually. And so it's going to be like this. Do I have any color? I don't. I used to. All right, so these tentacles obviously will have color to them. And then the other thing that I was telling Brad Grotman yesterday was I'm thinking about for the actual base itself. Let's add this here. Why can't I scroll down? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So for the base itself, I'll probably put a cutout here. I'll measure the size of one of those disc lights that have like the battery in them. And then I'll make it so that I can put that light in here. And when the tentacles are on, the light shines up through them and kind of gives him an uplight, which would be kind of cool. So
Nice.
This is where we are. So tune in next. Actually, Bradley, we're streaming on Friday, right? On our channel?
I don't know yet.
Oh no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we are not streaming on Friday on our channel.
Yeah. Good catch,
See, you
good
forgot already.
catch.
We can't both forget, dog. Can't both
catch.
forget.
Hey, good catch.
Okay, we are
catch.
not streaming on Friday.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. That would be preposterous.
Good
Yeah. So maybe what we'll do, we'll stream next week. Maybe next Friday. Good for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So tune in next Friday. Bradley and I will do a Stylus League stream. I'll be working on this. He'll be working on his Supergirl. And
Probably not. I'm probably gonna do my cyborg guy in Substance.
Cyborg guy. He'll be working on something. I'll be working on something. We might be able to corral up Ian and Raphael again. And also we will be releasing the video I did. Bradley and I both did a Move Ink Impressions video, and mine is going to be coming out this week. And so yeah, look out for that.
Nice. And please go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. We will have a competition sometime this year. I think Wacom's going to be a partner for that. So stay tuned in the Discord for that. Ooh, didn't you get a really nice discount for Wacom products? I don't know. We'll talk about it later. All right.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So just so you know, in case you're on here and you're like, hey, I love Maxon. I don't really care for the Stylus League guys. They're just all right to me. On the impressions video that that we're releasing for the Move Ink, we will have a discount code that if you watch the video, it will pop up on the screen at some point. And how much do you get off on any Wacom product, Bradley?
I believe it's 10% or 8%. I'm not sure. I got to double check.
It's one of those percents, which if it's something that's expensive, that is a nice little percent. So check out the video, please, and give it a thumbs up and get your discount.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
Have a good one. Thank you, Mike.
See you, everybody. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.